Social security is one of the most important things, and social security not just for the people who are working domestically, but for us Indians who are working abroad as well. So what happens is, you might be working in India and having social security, but then you move abroad, work in another country, and the social security money, investment, or the amount that was coming in your social security bank account over here in India suddenly stops. Now, in order to avoid that, the government of India is coming up with agreements with various countries to ensure that there is continuity maintained in the social security which is there. Now, recently, a new country that is getting added to this list is the United Kingdom. So we, India, have come up with an agreement with the United Kingdom with respect to the Social Security Pact. It is going to help or benefit around 75,000 Indian workers every single year. So let us understand what this is all about, what impact does it have, what are the other countries with which India has such kind of an arrangement that will be very important for your prelims. This and much more is what we will see in this lecture. So let's get started. So the news is about the India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, that is CETA. Right now, this has come into effect from 15th of July. Now, alongside the FTA is what? The free trade agreement for the trade of goods and services, generally the goods or the merchandise. The double contribution convention also became operational. Now, it is the double contribution convention which will ensure continuity of social security for the Indian workers going and working in the United Kingdom. Now, this agreement that is there, DCC, basically this exempts eligible Indian workers and employers from paying UK social security contributions for up to 5 years. So when you go to UK, you will not have to pay to UK social security. The employer who employs you will not have to pay to the UK social security. Why? Because you can continue to pay to the Indian social security, maintain your Indian social security amount, money, and the account that is there basically. So let's understand more in detail about this. Before that, an important announcement with respect to the new batches that are starting in the month of August and beyond. So new batches will start on 3rd of August for as a regular batch. Then the weekend batch starts on 8th of August. Weekend batch is specifically for the working professionals. So if you're preparing for 2027, the August batch is the way to go. But for other aspirants, there will be other batches as well. Now, the advantage that you get over here are many. Some of them are listed in front of you. The most important among them being the maximum size of the class is of just 40 students, and there is one-on-one mentorship as well as interactions with the faculties themselves. In addition to that, of course, you will have the test series for prelims and mains. 360-degree approach to current affairs means the entire week's current affairs is covered through live classes over here. Now, in addition to this, the optional is also there, especially for the 2027 UPSC and 2028 as well. The most popular and easiest and the most concise syllabus optionals are provided by Legacy IAS Academy. So we have psychology as an optional taken by Sagar sir himself. Then you have PSIR taken by Harshit sir, who is Masters in International Relations, and all of us have of course given multiple personality tests as well. Then you have Gaurav sir teaching anthropology, thus optional with the most concise syllabus. The second most concise syllabus you can probably say is sociology, that is also offered over here. So if you are preparing for 27 or 28, make sure you are done with your optional classes, making notes, reading, revising, answer writing practice, and much more, which will be done in the class itself. So if you want to enroll, you can simply download the app or call on the numbers that are mentioned over here. Right, so let's continue with the news. The question is, what is this double contribution convention which I mentioned? Right, so it is a type of social security agreement, and it has taken place between whom? Between India and the United Kingdom. Now, with respect to this agreement, it will coordinate payments of social security contribution between the two countries. So it should not happen that the employee is required to pay here also and there also, or the employer is required to pay in UK and in India also. and it will also give connectivity for an Indian employee to continue their social security in India. So up to 5 years there will be no requirement to start paying in United Kingdom when an Indian gets hired by a UK employer, right, or gets hired in UK for that matter. Also it allows detached workers, right, this is employees temporarily posted abroad, right, it includes the employees that are temporarily posted abroad. Now what does that mean? Okay, you might be working in India, you might have been sent offside for a few months or a couple of years, so unnecessarily for them also it's not required to be changed as such. So those employees are also included over here. Now India's existing social security agreements, so as I mentioned, India has such agreements with other countries as well. So very important for your prelims to remember what those countries are. If you look at them, these are majorly European countries. So you have Belgium, a European country, then you have Germany, then you have Switzerland, France, Denmark, all of them European. Netherlands also European. The only Asian country is South Korea over here. So this is how you should basically remember it. Now let's understand the key provisions of India-UK DCC. Right, so it is for the Indian workers, of course. So what it does, it exempts UK social security contribution by the employer to the UK government for 5 years, for up to 5 years, of course. Right, for UK workers in India, what it does, so there will be people from UK coming to India and working. So for them, it exempts from contributions under Employees Provident Fund. So we have the EPFO under which the EPF account is there. So when there are basically the UK workers working in India, they will not have to contribute to the EPF. In the same manner, Indian worker working in UK will not have to contribute to their social security. That is exactly what it is. Now let's understand what are the benefits for Indian workers. So more than 75,000 Indian workers and over 900 employers. That means around 75,000 workers are working in UK who are basically eligible or who are into some sort of social security. They will not have to do that, so it will benefit 75,000 workers, and these 75,000 workers are employed by around 900 employers, so they will also be benefiting from this. If you talk about financial benefits, it is estimated that a saving of over $600 million will take place. Nearly 23 to 25% of the salary was contributed towards UK national insurance system without corresponding benefits for many temporary workers. What does that mean? Till now, this provision was not there. So what was happening is Indians were contributing to the UK fund, right? To the UK Social Security, which is like giving a fund to them, and which of course the governments use it for their development and stuff. So that money would now be actually saved. Now let's understand what is the scope and the limitations. So as far as scopes are concerned, we have seen that employees already working for India-based employer and temporarily posted in UK are included. Maximum assignment period is of 5 years. Up to 5 years. Beyond 5 years, no, up to 5 years. So what is the limitation? Indians who migrate to UK for local employment, they are not considered over here. Then workers may still be required to pay UK immigration health surcharges. So there are certain surcharges which they may still be required to pay over there. Right. Then let's move ahead and understand the sectoral impact. So major beneficiaries here is the Indian IT and services companies, right? So IT services, because a lot of Indians are majorly working in the service sector only. Then the experts are expecting significant gains for firms. Which firms? The firms which basically employ such people over there or send the people on site. So these firms include Tata Consultancy, Infosys, so on and so forth. Now, what's the government's take on that? The government is saying that this can be a game changer because it will provide continuity in the social security for the employees and ensure that we do not fund the other countries and the fund is remaining in India. Continuity is also ensured in India and things are under our control. And the same is the case when a UK employer comes to India and works. We don't want their money. They can keep their money with their own country's social security authorities. That is the whole idea over here. Now, overall significance, of course, it will reduce the cost burden on temporary overseas assignment. Cost burden on the employee is reduced, on the employer is reduced, which will facilitate more people being hired or being sent on site and more people attracted to go on site. It will promote mobility of the skilled professionals. It will strengthen India-UK cooperation in the services sector as well. So these are the benefits which will accrue to both India and UK, Indian employees as well as the UK employees. Thank you.